The Indy release rolls out improvements across the board. On-call management gets a facelift with new listing pages for users and groups, and shift details and temporary absences for Android. Incident response now has more xMatters bot functionality, the ability to respond directly from push notifications using biometrics, and group shift info cards. Our commitment to continuous improvement brings you 3 new dashboard widgets: Event Priority, Events by Group, and Group Mean Time to Respond. To help automate your incident resolution process, we've created new steps for Microsoft Teams and Slack, and DevOps steps for Splunk and Jenkins. We'll even take a sneak peek at the new merge step that helps streamline your flows.
Issues can strike your digital service at any time, so you and your team must always be ready. And that's why you run a tight ship, by keeping your on-call schedule clean and organized. But never-ending change within your on-call teams can sometimes cause holes. That's why we've invested in making it easier to manage your on-call users and groups, so you can find and fix those holes before they sink your ship. Now, you can't fix what you can't find, which is why we've refreshed the users and groups listings pages with a simplified look and feel, as well as powerful search and filtering capabilities. In particular, we've made it a lot easier to find configuration issues. The new filter options can easily find things like users without supervisors or users who do not have their devices set up properly. You can quickly find all the users in a particular group or even users that aren't in any groups at all. The new groups page works just the same, so it's easy to find what you need, like which groups you're a member of. Best of all, your shifts are now visible at a glance from within this page. Without even leaving the page, you can get a quick summary of what groups and shifts might need attention, and with one click, jump directly to the shift and start fixing problems. Of course, any good on-call manager knows that they need to empower their teams to own their own shifts. Now with Indy, we've made it super easy and convenient for on-call responders to stay on top of their upcoming shifts on Android. Just head over to My Schedule and tap a shift to see its details and who's on call for that shift. You can now also add a temporary absence by setting a start and end time, and optionally choosing someone to cover for you.
In this release, we've made a whole slew of incident response features available for you. Let's take a real-life example of an incident responder. When responding to incidents, we know that seconds matter. That's why we already provide xMatters bots for Slack and Microsoft Teams to help you engage your team and understand group on-call schedules without leaving the app you're chatting in. With Indy, the xMatters bot will show you more details across shifts and replacements to make you confident that your invitation is in the right hands while you wait for more team members to join the discussion and help to mitigate and resolve the incident. I am on the chat app now, and I use my new chat command to see who from my team is currently on call. xMatters now supports this on both Slack and MS Teams. I see who's on call and available now, and I get to work responding to the incident. I'm working on the go today, so I've got my Android handy. I just got a push notification about the incident, and with this release, I can now tap on a response option directly from the push notification. In this case, I'm going to assign the event to myself. I can now authenticate with biometrics in order to complete my response. Now that I've come this far, I can drill into the event to see any new comments and leave another as I learn more about the ongoing issue. If I need to pause or end the event, I can now do that right from my mobile as well. Now that the problem appears to be resolved, it's time to prepare materials for a post-mortem. With the new group shift info card from the All Events report, I can see who was on call and what the escalation process was for the targeted groups at the time of the event. It's never been so easy to understand the group configuration and escalation paths at the time the event was fired, just by clicking on the group I want to know more about. And with the Indy release, I can also see all the comments and even export them into a report, which I can then use as an input to my post-incident processes. Super convenient.
Continuous improvement is central to effective incident response. And to help you spot opportunities for improvement, we've added 3 new dashboard widgets in Indy. Visibility over your event traffic patterns gives you powerful control over system and staffing issues, both operationally and forensically. We've heard from you how valuable this data is, so we've added a new Event by Priority widget. Simply open the settings of any Event by Source widget and change it to Events by Priority to see the distribution over time. You can set the time frame to last 24 hours to see active events in near real time, or select the last 30, 60, or 90 days to spot longer-term trends. When you see something interesting like a spike, or need to dig into details for a post-mortem, simply click and drag across the area of interest for a quick tally and drill through to see all the underlying event details. The Events by Group widget makes it really easy to spot which groups are being targeted by an unsustainable number of events and take action to better balance on-call groups or remediate problem services so you can keep response times low and your digital services up and running. How do you know whether your response times are meeting SLAs? The new Group Mean Time to Respond widget provides intuitive insight into which groups have been taking the longest to respond and could most benefit from performance improvement. You can adjust the timeframes of these group performance widgets to match your reporting periods and drill through to the group performance report to see additional performance details by group. Happy reporting!
We know that every second counts during an incident, so let's take a look at some of the new ways that you can have Flow Designer work behind the scenes to automate processes and reduce toil, bringing actionable context to your DevOps and service management teams. Microsoft Teams is a powerful collaboration tool. With the Indy release, we're making it easier than ever to add flexible Teams automation to your flows. Our new team steps will allow you to create new chat channels for dedicated incident response collaboration. After creating the channel, use the post message step to empower team members with valuable context, or let other stakeholders know that an incident is in progress and where they can join the conversation. These steps are easy to configure using the new Microsoft Graph API endpoint, which is also available for your custom steps. A custom step with the Graph API endpoint can expand your Microsoft Teams automation even further. Why not add new members to a team or create a new meeting room? If writing code isn't your style, the community can help you with new xMatters lab steps, or you can copy one of our pre-built steps to use as a starting point. In Hogan's Alley, merged paths allowed you to reuse flow segments and make use of common upstream flow variables. But the Indy release takes this one step further with the merge step. Now you can define a common set of outputs from a diverse set of sources. This makes it easier than ever to introduce new entry points that can reuse the same core processes while making use of the unique context that each entry point provides. As your flows evolve, the new Flow Canvas list views descriptions will help you to organize and identify the flows that need your attention quickly. Here's a flow that combines a few more of our new and updated steps. In this example, I'm showing how Splunk alerts can trigger events and notifications in xMatters. Then I can use the Response Trigger to capture user responses to automate common actions using the new Slack and Jenkins steps. The webhook alert in free Splunk cloud instances connects to our new Splunk Alerts trigger. When the API services logs report too many errors in a certain period of time, the flow is triggered and a new event is created. But you can add any steps you want to automate your processes across your toolchain. The Create Event step has been updated with more customization features, allowing you to specify device filters and overrides to match the urgency of your notification. After the event is created, responses allow users to take common actions quickly. The Create Discussion Channel response not only will create a new public Slack channel, but invites a subset of Slack users that can work together to solve the underlying problems. The Jenkins build project step allows users to trigger pipelines, which can do much more than just compile source code and generate artifacts. In this example, once you know that a failover or rollback is required, the region failover and rollback response flows include the new step to help you automate the mitigation and remediation of your digital service issues. The build project step can be run in our cloud environment, or you can use our xMatters agent to connect to Jenkins when it is running on your network or behind a firewall. Didn't see your tool highlighted? Never fear, we're constantly adding and updating our list of pre-built workflows, steps, and integration features that can help you connect xMatters to just about any tool or app in your stack.
Thank you for taking your time to learn about the exciting new features we're rolling out with the Indy release. For a complete list of all features in this release, or to provide feedback, visit us at xmatters.com/Indy.